Good afternoon, everybody. This is James Cronenberger. Today's topic is relationships, um, which we all try to work on now, one time or another in our lives. Some relationships are good, some relationships are bad. And we have to siphon out which ones are unhealthy. A good relationship is love, devotion, honesty, integrity. Bad relationships is deceitfulness, anger, disrespect. All the negative things, that we could throw at people, is usually what's a bad relationship. I think we all try to find healthy relationships, and they're not easy all the time. But, most of us will get there sooner or later. If you're embarrassed of a loved one or someone you want to date, walk away from them, because that person will feel awful when they find out that there's embarrassment of knowing them or associating with them. I know I feel bad when that happens. You only can take so much in life. And with my health, I know that, time is an essence. I have a bad heart. I had another slight stroke this last week. And in 2020, I shouldn't have been here, but it was by the grace of God that I pulled through, and my mother's prayers. There is nothing like a mother's prayer. I remember my mother telling me one day she had a book, and she had a list of people she prayed for, and it was pages. I don't know how she prayed for that many people, but she did. My kids was on that list. I bet most of the grandkids was on that list. She told me my kids were, and I think that helped my kids become strong adults and awesome people. And someday I'm hoping to have the relationship that God would want me to have. Not necessarily the one that I want, because I made mistakes before trying to find the right person. And I'm hoping that God brings the right person in your life. If you're married, I hope your marriage or your life is surrounded by God and faith. I grew up at Palm Heights Baptist Church. It's called Hope of the Cross Church now. It's in Palm Heights, Ohio. And they accepted everybody there, because the love of God is not just for certain people. And you don't have to go to church and be a Christian, because God's all over. But it does say to fellowship with other believers. And I don't go to church every Sunday. One reason is transportation, and sometimes just laziness. And I probably I know I need to go. And someday I will go back to church. But if you have any tips for people on relationships, please comment on whatever social media this video will be placed on. It's going to be on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, which is that now new X. So it will be spread, around, and I would like your input. How important is a relationship to you? I think we all want honesty. One thing I have a problem with is thieves. I've been stolen from quite a bit, and it's not a good feeling. It's hurtful and it's painful, especially when you trust someone. Then they come into your house and steal. And so honesty to me is very important, but compassion and understanding is also another component. You know, a lot of times before I meet someone, I pray and ask God to lead the way, so that I know what is healthy and what is not healthy. We all know, in our minds what we are not to do, especially if you're a Christian, what we are not to do. And the temptation sometimes will be there. And that's where you have to be stronger, than weak. But I'm really excited, though, that God is leading me in the right direction where I need to be. Because I'm starting to rebuild relationships that I lost years ago. And it's a good feeling. But it also can be scary. Because you want to make the right choices all the time. Everybody have yourself a great day, and until next time, this is James Cronenberger. Thank you.